It's so good to see you. Welcome to another edition of BCC Online. It's Mr. Pratt here with Miss I. I don't know if you can see her right now, but she'll pop up on the screen in a little
Hi, everyone.
bit. Folks, we're really excited to be here with you today, and we're gonna work on our old favorite song, "Oh Mama Bakudala," which we were preparing for the Weathering Time concert a couple weeks ago. I love this song, because of its meaning. Okay, I love what this song means about how, mothers and grandmothers used to pray or hope a long time ago. And I like to think that that hope still is with us today, which is pretty cool. Regardless of where your women of importance are scattered around your world, it's really good to know that they have hopes for us. So I want to talk about meaning later. First, I want to dive into the actual music of the piece. Okay, so the structure of today, we're going to say hi, get to say hello for a little bit. We're going to sing the song a couple times. We're going to line up the lyrics in a fun way that I think will help us figure out what the music notation looks like. Then we're going to really unpack one specific element of that notation that I'm really excited to talk about today. And then I'll ask you some questions about the meaning of the piece. So I'm excited to dive in, but first I want to say hello to you in a sort of funny way. So I'm going to ask you a question. How are you doing today? And you're going to answer by saying your name and by doing some sort of abstract gesture, okay? So sometimes we can answer questions with words, right? And sometimes we can answer questions with our bodies. So if somebody asked me, how am I doing today? And I said, Miss I, what do you think I would be doing today? How would I be doing today if I did
I think you are awake and excited. And I
that?
think you'd go like this.
Exactly, exactly. So that's a great way of saying it. If I'm feeling awake and excited, I might go, whoa, right? If I'm feeling sad, I might do this. So, there's a lot of ways that we can physically express how we feel. So I'll go first. Mr. Pratt, how are you doing today? I might ask myself, and I'll say, Mr. Pratt, I'm feeling kind of contented today. Miss I, how are you feeling?
I am feeling determined.
Ooh, I love determined. That's a really good, determined is just such a great quality, and it's really good to feel that way. Folks at home, how are you doing? Very cool. I actually can't really see what you're doing, but I hope that you're being honest with the computer and also with yourself. It's okay to feel good. It's okay to feel a little crummy sometimes. That's okay. Um, to sort of dispel any of that, and so we can really zoom in on the music, I just want to take 3 deep breaths, and we're going to combine them with a stretch that are going to help us get physically and mentally into the musical moment. Okay, so why don't you raise your hands up to the side with me, and you're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Close your eyes for me. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Do that one more time. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Nice. Slowly open your eyes. That's really great. Sometimes it helps to really cleanse our spirit as we enter the musical rehearsal. Folks, you know this song from a while ago, but I want to sing it for you one time, just so you have it in your ears. Okay? It goes like this. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Cool. Okay. So you definitely remember it. I'm betting that some of you at home started singing with me because I know how hard it is to not sing a song when you know it. So this time, let's throw caution to the wind, jump in and sing with me. Okay, sing. You can sing as loud as you can, but don't tell your parents that it's me making you sing so loud. Okay. So here we go. Oh, is our starting note or oh? 1, 2. Here we go. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Cool. You'll notice I'm keeping a little beat on my shoulder. That's just because it's a convenient place where I can keep my beat and you can see it. Okay. You can keep your beat somewhere else. You can use spidey fingers on your head. You can do hands on your shoulders, whatever you want. Ooh, I like what Miss I's doing. She's doing two fingers, sort of clapping together like that. That's really great. Folks, let's sing it one more time. And I want to call special attention to those repeat signs. Okay, so you can see the musical score in front of you. We have two vertical lines with two dots, okay, that encase certain sections of music, okay? We're gonna repeat those sections, but each one we're just gonna repeat once, okay? Um, I'm pretty sure some of you are smart enough to know that, but that might be new information to some of you, so that's okay, okay? Let's sing it together. Keep your beat somewhere on your body, however you want. I wanna do spidey fingers, those are my favorite. 1, 2, here we go. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Cool. That's really, really great. Do you guys like this song? Miss I, do you like this song? Yeah, she's showing me thumbs up. I don't know if y'all could see that, but she just showed me thumbs up. That's really great. Folks, let's get into the first sort of quiz, I guess. I was going to say game, but I think it's more of a quiz. And what we're going to do is a simple process of lining up the lyrics, okay? So here you have the musical score on the top of the screen, but it's missing all the lyrics. So we need to take the lyrics at letter A, B, C, and D at the bottom of the screen and line them up in the musical score. We're going to do that by using, first of all, the navigational tool of the measure numbers, okay? So you see measures 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom, okay? Those are various sections of the music. The measure numbers are going to be our answers. We're going to be able to say, oh, letter D goes in blah, blah, blah measure numbers, okay? But in order to line up the lyrics, we're going to have to use the music notational cues of the rhythm. Okay, rhythm's like major for this. And then also another clue of the pitch, okay? We're gonna actually have to distinguish between some lower pitches and some higher pitches, especially on Babe Tandaza, right? Because we say that 5 million times in this song. So first of all, we're just gonna ask about letter A. I wanna know, where does letter A go? It sounds like this. Bakudala. Could you all say that with me at home? Say that back to me. 3. Bakudala. Where in the music, what measure number in the music are we gonna align that with? Miss I, do you have a guess?
I think that sounds a lot like what looks like measure 2.
Measure 2. That is exactly right, Miss I. So Bakudala lines up with measure 2. Even though it looks a little wonky, those definitely line up, okay? So here he goes. Let's sing that together one more time. Bakudala, 1, 2, here we go. Bakudala. Great. Okay, now folks, letter B. We're just gonna jump right into the hard stuff. Letter B is one of our babe tandazas, okay? Or is it two of our babe tandazas? That's what you have to figure out, okay? Letter B is gonna be the lower pitched babe tandaza. And so what I want you to do is listen to me sing the whole thing through, and then you're gonna tell me where letter B is, okay? Letter B sounds like this. Babe tandaza, okay? It's the lower of them. Let me sing the whole thing through, and you can tell me where it goes. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Again, letter B sounds like this. Babe tandaza. Where does that go? Exactly. It goes in letters 3 and 4, okay? Excuse me, measure numbers 3 and 4. Cool. Folks, is that the only place it could go? Miss I, where else could it go? I saw you unmute yourself a second ago.
I think it could also belong in 7 and 8.
Very good. So folks, that's a little tricky, right? When we have multiple things that are exactly the same, we have to remember that in this case, the lyrics are actually exactly the same too. So we get a little cheat sheet. You start to see that the song is structured in a really cool way. We have something different, then something the same, and then something that's sort of the same but a little different, and then the same thing, okay? So we have a nice A, B, B prime, B sort of pattern going on, okay? Folks, sing that back to me, measures 3 and 4, or measures 7 and 8. Babe tandaza, 1, 2, here we go. Babe tandaza. Great, folks. Okay, letter C. I think you'll catch this one pretty easily. Where does letter C go? I'll give you 3 seconds. Good job, folks. It's in measure 1, okay? That one's pretty easy. It's the very beginning of the song, and it also has a really distinct rhythmic pattern for this song. Oh, mama. Can y'all sing that with me? 1, 2, here we go. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Good job. That's right. Folks, in that case, where does letter D go? Where does letter D go? Good. Through process of elimination, or maybe you even knew this at the very beginning, letter D goes in measures 5 and 6, okay? Can we sing this all together? Oh, mama, 1, 2, here we go. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Oh, Mama Bakudala babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Babe tandaza. Good, folks. That's really, really good. Miss I want you to come off mute for a second, and I want you to tell me what sort of special rhythm am I going to think about today? What's a sort of interesting rhythm that we have going on here that's kind of special? I'll sing it for you, and I'll show you which rhythm I'm talking about. Babe tandaza.
Oh, I think you're going to be talking to us about the ties that are in measures 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. My gosh, there's so many of them.
There are so many ties in here, and that's why I like to really focus on them, okay? So you see here that these two notes are tied together across the measure line, okay? That creates a really cool way to sing this rhythm. Babe tandaza, okay? We don't have to make it really stressed like I did a second ago, but it's a really cool rhythmic feature of this piece. So as you see, we have ties on all of these quarter notes. And I just posed the question, wait, what's that? Miss I, how do you describe what a tie is? Because you have a really special way of putting it.
I think of it theoretically as a musical plus sign.
Hmm, that's really cool. A musical plus sign. In other words, it's adding together what's on either side of it. Okay, you know that from math in school. But in music, we have some musical math to do too. This makes 2 quarter notes equal something. And we're going to figure that out on this slide. Okay, so here we have Bakudala. Okay, pretty simple. 4 quarter notes in a row. I took that pattern because it has, an easy way of showing 4 quarter notes in a row. So what would happen if we tied together those notes, okay? Would it sound like Bakudala? Or would it sound like Bada? Miss I, which one would it sound like if we tied them together?
I'm pretty sure it would sound like bada, and I think it's pretty cool how you took the ku and the la out of there too.
Yeah, exactly. That's technology, thank goodness. But folks, exactly, if we tied those quarter notes together, we would just say the syllable that we're lining up with the first one. So we would say bada, okay? Um, what we're doing is adding together 2 quarter notes or 2 tas to equal something. Who at home knows what you get when you add together 2 quarter notes or when you add together 2 tas? One of my best friends, Miss Howe, might say that you get a traveling ta. When you add 2 tas together, you get a traveling ta, okay? So if my tempo was ta, ta, I would get ta, okay? But who knows at home the really cool elevated musical way of saying a traveling ta? It's not a quarter note, but 2 quarters added together.
I
Miss
think
I.
it's a half note.
A half note. That's great. Folks, it's a half note. Miss I knows her math. We both graduated from fourth grade. We got it, okay? We know that 2/4 equal a half, okay? So 2/4 notes equals a half note. Good job, folks. So I've written that right here. We could say ta, ta, okay? Let's read these 3 things in a row. We're gonna say ta, 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 and then ta, ta, and then ta, ta. Say those all with me. 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Good. We're gonna continue to the next one. Here we go. Ta, ta. Let's do the last one. 1, 2, here we go. Ta, ta. Okay, so that's a really fast tempo, but all of the math works out. All the musical math works out. I do have one last little question for you on the slide. Does a half note equal 2 tied quarter notes? Even if it goes across the bar line, or rather, especially if it goes across a bar line. It does. Folks at home, I'm sure that you got that answer right. A half note equals 2 quarter notes that are tied together, okay? So it's a really neat rhythmic feature of this song. And what it does is allow us to have what feels like a little bit of a bigger phrase. Babe tandaza, okay? It connects the phrase from 2 halves to one, a little bigger phrase, and makes a really cool rhythmic feature of this song. I really, really love this rhythmic feature. So thank you for digging into it today. So can you all say with me, a tie is a musical plus sign. And that's brought to you by Miss I, folks, through Mr. Pratt. Here we go, folks. Let's sing this together. Oh, Mama Bakudala Babe Tandaza, okay? And you don't have to stress that musical plus sign, but I want you to just notice how it sort of offsets the rhythm, okay? 1, 2, here we go. Oh, Mama Bakudala Babe Tandaza. Oh, Mama Bakudala Babe Tandaza. Babe Tandaza. Babe Tandaza. Babe Tandaza. Babe Tandaza. Awesome. Folks, that's so good. I hope you really enjoy singing this song. We talked a little bit about the meaning of the piece at the beginning of this lesson, and I think we talked about it the other day in the Zoom session. I can't remember. It's been weeks now. How weird. But folks, a poetic translation is our mothers and grandmothers used to pray, or maybe they used to hope, or maybe they used to dream. What did they dream about? I don't know. I like to think that they dreamt something about me because that's how I'm focused right now. It could also say a more literal translation, the mothers from way back used to pray, okay? So folks, whether you're thinking about a grandmother, a mother, a guardian, a woman of importance, a teacher, maybe you think, oh man, what does Miss I hope for me, right? I want you to think about that when you practice this song on your own. And so this is me and my mom, this is my mother and my grandma that you can see right here. It's taken from about 2010, okay? And my questions for you are, do you have a relationship with a grandparent? And if you do, what do you think they hope for you? Or if you had one, for instance, my grandmother's now passed, but I like to think that she had really high hopes for me. Miss I, what do you feel like your grandparents hoped for you?
I think they hope that I lived my life with a lot of integrity and full of kindness towards other people.
I think so too. And you know, I have this picture of my mother and my grandma, and my grandma's somebody who's really important to me. She was like a dynamic, amazing person, super smart. I mean, she could beat anybody in the game Scrabble. I don't know if you know that game. It's I find it to be really hard, but it's a great game, and she was a whiz. And she actually gave me this little token or whatever that I carry around with me. I have it sometimes in my pocket. It says at the front "Friends" and on the back "Forever." And what I loved, one of the things that I found really special about my grandma is that she treated me like a friend, and she made me feel like I was able to participate with her in conversations, and we could like think together, examine the world together. She was really, really special. She's one of the people that made me feel like really primed for the work we do at BCC, where we really question the world. She was really active politically, amazing woman. Um, anyway, so that's about my grandma, and I think that she just wanted me to be a civic person, an engaged person with the people around me, and showing love to people. That's what I think she would have wanted for me. So, folks, this week I want to learn more about you, and I want to learn more about some women of importance in your life. What I want you to do is sing "Oh Mama Bakudala," okay, with a picture of a woman of importance in your life. So if you have a picture handy, what you're going to do is hold up a picture and say, "Hi, I'm so and so, and this is so and so, and I think that they hope for me, blah, 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 blah." Okay. And then you're going to sing, "Oh, Mama Bakudala," and you're going to do it all in the frame of your video. And then you're going to send it to me, Mr. Pratt, or tpratt at bostonchildren'schorus.org. Okay. It'll be really great to hear from you and learn a little bit more about you and your women of importance. And I can't wait. Folks, thank you so much for joining us for this YouTube session. We're going to be uploading a couple more in the coming days, so look out for them. I hope that you find them engaging, and hopefully you're able to do them whenever you want. Maybe you need a music lesson at 10 at night because you can't fall asleep. Can you imagine? Ms. I, thanks so much for joining us today.
Great to be with you, and we can't wait to see your pictures and hear your recordings too.
Exactly. Thank you all so much, and see you next time.